didn't hit you back when you call my line. Or did you even need to talk? Or you wasting time declining all your FaceTime calls? Cause you're not my vibe, but God just let me go to sleep. Someone get high with me. Yeah, cause I'm running away. I'm looking for space. Looking for space. I'm healing from all of the pain. I'm running away. Cause I feel lost right now, and it's hard to breathe. And I've lost myself. What happened to me?
Hey guys, stick around. We're going to get started here in just a few minutes time. We are back on Train Sim World 5 to start off today's stream. And then maybe later on we'll hop into like American Truck Sim, or maybe we'll even go on to Riverside Roleplay and do a little bit of towing as well. But for now, we're going to start with some Train Sim World 5. We're going to do some cargo and some timetables as well. Cargo routes and some real world timetables for passenger transport. So stick around. Going to be starting up here in about 3 minutes time.
Seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life just like another season. Not for them, just a time, just like another season. You came into my life just like another season. Not for them, just a time, just like another season. The seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season.
Alright, I hate to have to talk over this build-up and start the stream here, but we do have a stream to do here today, so we're going to get right into it. So yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome back to Train Sim World 5. How's everybody doing here today? Welcome to the stream. Yes, it has been a while since the last stream here on YouTube. I do apologize for that. Main reason for that is because obviously last week, if you guys saw, I did post out a stream. I scheduled a stream, not this weekend, but last weekend. Not this last weekend, no, Memorial Day weekend, but the weekend before. I had a stream scheduled early on in the day to try and kill some time before a friend came into town. Unfortunately, that never happened because I had some preparations to do for them coming over as well. So yeah, we figured out, I got that all sorted out, and it was fun. It was really good to see her. I'm very happy that she came back into town to hang out for a couple of days and just have fun and to just chill out just to see her again. But we are back here with the YouTube streams, and we are back with Train Sim World 5. I figured we'd start the stream off today with a little bit of Train Sim World 5 because I have been playing it still. If I do my Alt-Tab thing... Oh, you guys can't even see it. Let me fix that real quick. Capture third-party overlays. There we go. So if I go look at Steam, you guys can see I have still been playing the game. I have 34 hours locked in on Steam, which is great. That is great to see that, it's great to see that I'm still playing this game after picking it up on sale. There's a lot to do in this game, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys right there. There's a lot to do in this game. Like, if I go to my rail journeys, look at all of this stuff that I've been doing here. I've been doing some Boston Sprinter stuff. I've been doing Cajun Pass. I've been working on the Sherman Hill line as well, and then San Bernardino line. Actually, we may as well do San Bernardino line, actually. Oh, crap. I chose the wrong one. Crap. Yeah, I chose the wrong thing. Alright, choose trains, rail journeys. Oh, great. Everything broke. Nice. Let's see if it fixes. Nope, still broken. Alright, give me 1 second. This is only the second time it's happened. I can just fix it with a restart of the game. That does happen sometimes, I've found, with this game. But it's very quick for me to relaunch the game, so... So give me 1 second here. Just gonna quickly reboot the game. Here we go, we're back. Told you it wouldn't take too long. So let's go rail journeys. Yeah, see, there we go. There's all the icons again. So, what do we want to do? Do we want to do the Antelope Valley line? I think that's what we were going to do anyways. Oh no, the San Bernardino line. We completed part 1 of this. This one does... Yeah, this one uses the Rotem bi-level cab car Metrolink. I didn't want to do that, actually. Let's do the Antelope Valley line. We've been working on that one for quite a while. I've already completed the commuter car introduction. So when you say we start off with the LA Union, this one is going to take a while, but I'm fine with that. Gives us some time to talk. So with that said, let's go ahead and stop the music. I'm going to have to manually stop it because my media key wasn't working. Oh, there we go. Alright. So now let's go U. Open our right doors here. Put that to setup. Put our gen field on. Put the reverser forward. Cut in our brakes. And I believe that's everything we need to do. If I'm not mistaken, that's everything we need to do on this thing. And I just realized this monitor off to my right, or my left, sorry, looks different. Oh, I have this set to the game mode as well. Okay, well, that's fine. I think maybe it's because the brightness is a bit off on here. Yeah, let me put this to 85. There. That way it's the same. I mean, it looks similar, like I'm looking at the preview on my left screen, and it looks more colorful compared to this. What mode am I on? No, I'm on game mode. Super Resolution Plus. What's that do? Oh. Okay, I see what that does. All right. Yeah, I see what that does. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. All right. Let's get our independent brake off. Let's give this thing a little bit of throttle. And we are on the move. Yep, we are on the move. Give it a little more throttle. Yeah, we are on the move now. Yeah, there's more color with that monitor. Let me compare my monitor settings real quick. That one is at 85%, 70. What about picture? Game adjust. Oh, response time off. Oh crap. Oh, am I speeding? Yeah, I am speeding. Yep, 41 miles an hour. That's fine now. Oh crap. I'm still trying to mess with my game adjust settings. Alright, let me put this picture, game adjust. Yep, FreeSync off, crosshair, black stabilizer. Everything is the same here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know what's up with these monitors, but this one, that monitor, I'm looking at the preview in OBS, and the preview looks more colorful compared to the other one. Alright, perfect. We can speed up now. We don't have to stop for a little bit, for a while. Yeah, something's up with this monitor. This right-hand monitor. Can I put this to color weakness? Photo. Reader. And then custom. Alright, I'll leave this right. I'll just leave that. There we go. I'll just leave that the way it is. It's fine. It'll be weird when I'm looking over at at my stuff as well. But yeah, welcome in everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. On the Twitch stream yesterday, if you missed the Twitch live stream, we were talking yesterday about the Prime Video broadcast. Prime Video had their debut broadcast of the NASCAR Cup Series, and I've got to say they knocked it out of the ballpark with that. It ran so good. I didn't have any buffering issues on Prime Video. The broadcast looked fantastic. It just looked great overall. It looked great. I very much enjoyed watching the Prime Video broadcast. You can go check out the Icebergs video. He goes into more detail. He talks more about how the Prime Video broadcast went and what could be in the future for Prime Video. But I'm gonna say this, for my opinion on that, I'm surprised Prime Video only has 5 races in its contract. Now, with that being said, however, I would not be surprised if after this season they'll give the I wouldn't be surprised if after this season they'll give more races to Prime Video. That just wouldn't surprise me at all. But yeah, smart energy saving. What's that? Conserve energy by using luminance compensation algorithm. Oh crap, we're speeding. Yeah, let's put that to high. That looks good. I mean, it still doesn't look as good as what my left monitor is displaying currently, but that's fine. Like if I go to this view, yeah, the darks look darker. Yeah, what's up with that? Hold on. I need to mess with my thing a little bit because the picture on here is just not good at all. Black stabilizer. If I put that to there, and then there, now let me see what that did. Oh, that just made it worse actually. Let me go to my brightness real quick. Let me put that down as low as it'll go. And see if that changed anything. No, that did not change anything. Sorry about me having to mess with this, guys. Picture. Game adjust. Yeah, black stabilizer. Here we go. Maybe a black stabilizer was on and that was messing with the game. Yeah, let me go back to my custom mode. And I can probably adjust things to make things picture adjust. Here we go. Contrast. What about 50% contrast? Does that make things look better? Look, nope, that's still not changing it. Hold on. I'm sorry I'm doing this on stream, guys. I'll put that back to 70. There's gotta be something else I can do for the color adjust. Yep, mode 3. Color temp. Warm, medium. Oh, I think maybe that's what it is. Is it cool colors? Yeah, that looks more in line with what I was expecting. Except the brightness still isn't right. Yeah, the color brightness isn't still right. I think I can fix that by just bumping up the contrast a shit ton. There we go. Alright, yep, there we go. That looks... Okay, wait, no, that's still not looking right. Yeah, that's still not looking right. Hold on. Let me put the contrast back down to about, I think 80 was the default. And picture mode, color adjust, mode 3. Cool. What about medium? Medium looks like it'll be... Okay, medium is getting it there. Game adjust. Let's put the black stabilizer to off. Yet, no, maybe this monitor has some issues with color weakness. Let's try color weakness mode on this display. No, it's not color weakness. Sorry I'm pausing so much, guys. No, I don't want FreeSync on. I'm using an NVIDIA card. Maybe 76% brightness will make it work. No, I still can't get the game to look on my main screen how it looks on the stream. Maybe photo mode? Yeah, what settings are my right screen using? Because using 85% brightness. That is weird. All right, picture, adjust. Oh, that needs to be 85. And then 70, and then 50. And super resolution is off. What about cinema? What's that do? That just makes the game look brighter, but I'm not looking for the game to be... I'm not looking for that. I might just throw it back to game, honestly. It's just going to be weird for me, though. Let's go faster response time, black stabilizer, FreeSync off, picture adjust. Not much I can really do about this, unfortunately, without lowering the brightness, but I don't want to lower the brightness, so I'm going to have to just deal with it. Okay, let me brake. I'm going to have to start, I actually need to start braking anyways, because our first stop is coming up anyway. See, I don't know why the game isn't looking as good as it is on that other monitor. I'm thinking maybe the other monitor might... I'm thinking this monitor might just be a bit too bright. But it shouldn't be. Yeah, the brightness of them is identical. Maybe if I set this to my custom mode. Oh, wait, no. No, I figured it out. It's color weakness. Yeah, the color it's having trouble. It was having trouble with color weakness. Yeah, now it's looking better. The colors still aren't that great on my main display, but I can fix it. I can fix it while we're braking. I think I might just need to go into my color weakness mode on this display. No, I'm going to stick to game. And I'm going to throw the brightness back up to 100. Oh, crap. Crap. Alright, I'm sorry, guys. We got to restart. I realized I was too busy messing with my settings. Sorry, guys. I was too busy trying to mess with my settings to try and get my monitors to look the same that I did not realize that station was so close. Now I'm going to turn off the color weakness. Because that's... Color weakness, everything looks good if I put it back on normal. Because color weakness makes things look a bit too weird. Alright. Alright, I remember how to set up this thing. That, put that forward. Cut in these. Alright, we're good. But yeah, I don't know why. My left screen looks so good, but my center screen just looks awful. Yeah, I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with the monitor. It's something with my monitor. I can tell you that much. It's something with the monitor. And the reason why I know so is I'm looking at the game itself. The game looks good, but for some reason the colors just look so much better on that left screen. I might have to adjust my... I might have to change out the cables on these on my center screen, because I feel like the cable is starting to die out on this, on my first screen. Let me try. Let me look again. I want to make sure, because in my custom mode, I can adjust everything. And then if I do that contrast, let's see how that looks. Okay, we're getting, oh wait, actually we are getting there. We're getting really there, really good there. Yeah, this contrast is gonna make it too bright though, I think. Yeah, that contrast is gonna, nope. That contrast is gonna make it too bright. So let me bring down the contrast to about 75. Keep our brightness at 100. Game adjust. Fast. Color adjust. Mode 3. Maybe mode 4. How does mode 4 look? Okay. Alright, mode 4 doesn't work. What about mode 3? Ooh, mode 3 I think looks the most. Yeah, mode 3 looks the most like the other one. Alright. Yeah, mode 3 looks the best. Alright. Yeah, mode 3 looks the most like the stream. I don't know why it doesn't look... Did I forget something? Did I forget something? No reversers forward. Brakes are cut in. Automatic brake is released. We go suppression. There we go. Now we're moving. We might be a little bit late. We might be a little bit late there, but we can make up some time. Yeah, I feel like something isn't right with this, with my right hand screen. Maybe if I put my black stabilizer up a little bit. No, I don't need black stabilizer. I could probably set this as my custom mode, to be honest. I don't really care about... Alright. I didn't really care about anything over here. Color adjustment. Mode 2. Mode 3. Yeah, mode 3 is what I normally use. Yeah, the colors just look more vibrant. I wonder if it has something to do with the contrast. Let me put my contrast at 100. Now let me put it back to about 80. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my frickin'... Dude, if I go photo mode, it kind of looks pretty good, but I don't know what's up with the... Alright, well, I'll put that... Wait. I'll put this back up to 100. I don't know what's up with the colors. The colors just look weird in this game. I don't know why I haven't adjusted that before. But if I go super resolution, that makes the game look blurry. Low. Yeah, if I put it till... I'll keep that off. The super resolution just makes the game look terrible. Yeah, I don't know why this other monitor looks so good with the colors, but my main screen just doesn't look that good. I'm gonna have to mess with that a little bit. What's my right screen have set on it? It's set to custom with... There. Come on. Go to custom. And what's our picture settings? 75, 70, and 50. $85, 80. Here, let me put that to 70. 70. 75. The picture just there. 75. There we go. Oh crap, we're speeding. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now my left screen looks... My left screen is now looking the best. What the hell? The colors look so good on my left screen. Why is that? Okay, so if I wait a little bit longer, I should be able to look into this further. Just because of the fact that I actually do have it. And I just realized that I'm not using HDMI, I'm using DisplayPort. I don't understand why. It could be just the monitors themselves. I might be due to getting a better center monitor screen. But I'm not worried. I'm not too concerned about it right now. All right, let me throttle back. We're just gonna cruise. We're just gonna cruise here pretty much while we're working on that. But yeah, the colors on my left screen look so good, and I have no clue why. But there is going to be a stop up here where we're going to be waiting for 10 minutes, so that's going to give me a good opportunity to really go through and adjust these settings to try and get the black levels are better on the left screen in the preview than the right screen. Than my center screen, I should say. May as well start getting on the brakes now because our station is coming up very quickly. Yeah, our station's coming up very quickly. But yeah, like I said, there is going to be a stop coming up where we're going to have a decent amount of time for me to go through and check these settings, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I might actually already see the blip coming up. I might actually already kind of see the station. Also, if the microphone sounds different on my thing, on my headset, if the microphone here sounds different, I dial back the bass a little bit. I felt like the bass was a bit too high. But yeah, the colors look much better. Alright, let's get some more braking force going, because I do not want to overshoot this place like I thought. So yeah, we're gonna slow it down quite a bit now because I do not want to overshoot this station. We already made that mistake once before. It is starting to get a little bit foggy, but that's fine. I'm fine with it being a little bit foggy. Yeah, we're a little bit behind schedule, but we're gonna get back on schedule when we get to that one stop that has us sitting for about 10 minutes. So I'm not too worried about not being on schedule. Yeah, I'm not worried about being ahead of schedule. Alright, let's get our brakes going again. Come on. Alright. We overshot it by a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah, we're a little bit behind schedule, but that's fine. But like I said, this will give me a good opportunity to see if I can't get the game looking a lot better, because it's something with the game. It's something... actually, it's not something with the game. It's something with my center screen, I think. Or it could just be my other monitor here. Yeah, it could just be my monitor. Yeah, I moved the chat window over a little bit just to check. And the monitor... and this monitor is a little bit too bright. Yeah, this monitor is a bit too bright. So, I'm going to have to adjust it. And a good way for me to check on the brightness here. Yeah, I can definitely tell this monitor, my center screen is a bit too bright. And if I remember correctly, there's another train that's going to be coming across our track right here, which is why the signal is red. But I have played this through multiple times. I never fully completed it. So, from my memory, if we just keep accelerating, this train will be over on that left side track before we even... by the time we're getting ready to merge into that singular track. Oh, DOT roster changes. What's this? Change it formatted. There we go. Alright, yeah. But yeah, as long as we keep going here, we should be fine. Because I know there is gonna be a train coming through the area. In fact, I can actually already see the other train. Oh yeah, that other train has already crossed over, so we're good. Are our headlights on, by the way? Okay, yes, our headlights are currently activated. Oh, and actually, we should probably lay off the throttle a little bit, because we're going to have to... we actually need to be dropping down to 55. But yeah, right up here, I believe this next stop here... yeah, this next stop that we have right here, we're going to be getting there pretty soon, and that will give us enough time to mess with the monitor settings and see if I can't get the monitor looking as good as it can look for all the games that I play. We are a little bit behind schedule, but that's mostly because I was messing with the monitor settings and we restarted. But that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I do want to see what's up with the colors, why the colors look so good. In fact, actually, we have time right now to try and figure that out. I have a feeling it might have something to do with the contrast. Because... or it might just be the game itself. Yeah, I'm thinking it might be the game itself. Because if I'm looking, I have the train sort of here. But if I go to quick settings and bump up the contrast. But if I bump it down to about 60%. Yeah, no. The contrast is not the issue. It's something else. It's not sharpness. It's not that. Oh crap, we're speeding. Come on. Oh wait, no, never mind. We're not speeding anymore. Actually, we do want to be on the brakes a little bit. Yeah, I shouldn't be messing with my... I shouldn't be messing with this. Yeah, I shouldn't be messing with this at all yet, because I shouldn't be messing with this just simply because of the fact that I gotta pay attention to the track and what's coming up ahead of us, because we are gonna have a good 8 minutes or so while we're stopped for me to try and figure out what's wrong with the settings. Yeah, but we are kind of getting there. The colors are kind of starting to look pretty similar, but my brightness on my main screen is at 100%. So I don't understand why it's not looking as good as it should. Yeah, even like the wheel, everything just looks more colorful, and I like having colors. I like having... Yeah, I do like having colors. But yeah, I feel like it might just be the brightness. It might have something to do with brightness, to be honest with you, because look at, I can see, I'm looking at the preview right now. The grass is so colorful on the preview, whereas on my main screen, which is using very similar settings, it's got brightness at 100 and contrast at 75, and then my left screen is running on contrast 70. Let me bump that up to 75 as well. But yeah, it should be looking pretty much identical. I don't know why it's not looking identical. They're the same exact monitors. Yeah, they're the exact same monitors. So why is it not looking identical? I mean, that is looking as best as I can get it. For now, that is. But yeah, the colors on that other display are so much better. I don't know why the colors look so much better on that other display. I have time to look. Color adjust. Here we go. Color temp. Medium looks good to me. Like, it's not color weakness. I know it's not color weakness, but I will look at color weakness mode to see if maybe that helps. Yeah, it's not color weakness. It's not game mode either. Anyways, like I said, we're gonna be stopping here for a little bit, for at least 8 minutes or so. So that'll give you a perfect time to try and figure out what's going on with the colors and why they don't look as good as my other display. Because I'm pretty sure I could figure it out. Because, yeah, I wonder if it might honestly be this left screen having too much red adjust. No, they're all the same. Oh, here we go. If I go medium color temp, now they look very similar to each other. Well, no, actually the reds are still pretty... The reds are still pretty well defined. But yeah, we're gonna have quite a few minutes here to try and adjust things as well. So hopefully I can get everything adjusted to fit in well. But hopefully I can figure out what's going on here and why the colors don't look as good. But we'll have about 8 minutes or so to mess with this and see if I can't figure out what's going on with it. Yeah, we'll have about 8.5 minutes roughly to figure out what's going on. Okay, come on. Full service. Slow down. I overshot it. I 100% overshot it. Alright, well, that's good. Alright, so we have time here. We're going to be here about 8 minutes. So this gives me time to try and figure out what's up with these, with the monitors. And I'm thinking my center screen here, you guys aren't going to be able to see any of this because all of this is just only affecting me. But I think I just need to boost the red RGB if at all possible. Am I in picture mode? Game adjust. Color adjust, picture adjust. Why won't it let me adjust the RGBs? Oh, custom. Here we go. So I'm looking at it. What if I boost the reds up a lot? Oh, wait, no. Maybe the reds are just too profound. No, that's not it. Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, all the colors are more defined with this, and I can't quite figure out why. It's not the black stabilizer. Yeah, because the black stabilizer just makes it worse. And I do not need a crosshair. Yeah, I do not need a crosshair. Yeah. Maybe it's my brightness just needs to come down a bit. No, it's not my brightness. It might be the game brightness, to be honest. Yeah, it might just be the game brightness. I'm thinking it's the game brightness, actually. So while we're waiting here, let me mess with the game brightness real quick. It's not screen. Advanced settings. Screen percentage 100. Where's the brightness? Default movement. Run. Lighting effects. No. General. Does this game not have brightness settings? No, I do not want to go to main menu. Yeah, does this game not have brightness adjust? You would think it would. Why does this not have... It's not in... Camera motion sway level. I don't know. I don't know what's up with it. I've gotten it to look better. But I think it might just have something to do with my other display, to be honest. Yeah. I'll put it back on game mode. Because game makes it look the most like my main screen, even if the colors aren't well defined. But let me go back to my custom mode, actually. Because there was something that I could use here. Yeah. Color temp. Color temperature cool kind of brings it in line. If I have this at cool, yeah, no, it still doesn't look as good. And I can't do anything about this unless I go into, I mean, photo. If I set both of these to photo, it might actually look good. You know, even in photo mode, the reds are more defined, but they look very similar. Because if I go color weakness, let me go to my custom mode. Yep, mode 3. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, free sync off, crosshair, picture reset. There, I completely reset my picture settings here. And I'm going to go to game again. Actually, no, color weakness doesn't do much because the reds on this are not the greatest. I'll put that at 100. Yeah, the reds on this are not the greatest. Like maybe, let me reset the settings on, let me adjust the picture on this monitor. I'm not gonna, yeah, so this is just everything by default, and the colors overall just look better. Yeah, the colors just look better. I'm gonna put that on game mode because that's what I normally run with that. And brightness 75%. I can actually still see what I'm doing over there, and everything looks good there. It's just the colors. I mean, now the colors are looking more in line with what my main screen looks like. And I would have thought it would have been rating by now. Maybe it's not this one. It's probably not this one that I'm thinking of. But yeah, we're on game mode. Picture adjust. Brightness is at 100. Game adjust. Oh, the black stabilizer is on. Oh, here we go. I think I got it. Yeah, the black stabilizer was on a little bit. I mean, yeah, it still doesn't look quite identical, but it's to a point now where I'm happy with it. I'm gonna put my service to 30% brakes. But yeah, it's better to where I don't notice it as much. Like, it looks better than what I had before. I mean, yeah, the colors are still better. Some colors are still better on my streaming monitor than they are on the other monitor, but I'm happy with it. Right now I'm happy with how my monitor stuff looks. I'm surprised it's not raining yet. It's probably not this route specifically where it starts raining, but there is one route where at this exact station where you're having to wait for about 10 minutes, it does start raining. But yeah, I at least got everything looking good between my streaming monitor and this main monitor. I mean, the blacks ever so slightly look better on here. But I think if I go into game adjust and turn the black stabilizer. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's just the black stabilizer. If I keep the black stabilizer at 50%, it works good. Yeah, if I keep that at that, okay, let's lock our doors and let's get ready to roll on out of here. All right, boom. And now we get a nice long run where we can just chill for a bit. So my apologies for having to work on my monitor settings for so long there. I was trying to get everything working and adjust the colors, because I noticed when I started the stream up that the colors just look right, and the colors on my left screen look a lot better. So I might in the future consider replacing this LG, my center screen, with the one that's on the right hand screen, because that's the one that will give me the best color reproduction. And it'll look great. That's my thing. It'll look great. Alright. Alright. Let me put that off because I am gonna need to hold 54 miles an hour just briefly. There we go. So yeah, welcome in everybody. Again, sorry about having to spend most of the stream here trying to fix my damn monitor settings, but I got them to a point where they look good, that the monitors do look pretty good. The right screen I don't care about as much, but the left screen I do care about more. Just because the left screen is what's running OBS, and it's just my OCD is gonna go crazy if I don't get them as close to each other as possible. But we're doing it. But we are definitely doing it. Also, just a heads up, I'm going to talk to my mom and dad a little bit later on, and seeing about going to the what's it called? I'm going to be going to visit relatives, hopefully on Sunday this week. I'm fine with missing out on the Nashville race, simply because of the fact that the Nashville race is a pretty normal race. There's really not much in the way of yeah, the Nashville race is something a little bit different. The Nashville race is pretty much one of the normal races for NASCAR. The Coca-Cola 600 I did not want to miss, simply because of the fact that it was just the Nashville race is one of those not the Nashville, but the Coca-Cola 600, the Charlotte race. That's one of the biggest races of the year because it not only does it fall on Memorial Day, but it concludes a great day of racing from F1's Monaco to the Indy 500 as well. It just feels like it's a lot better. But yeah, I might have to maybe try my luck at getting a second one, another one of these center screens, because I feel like there's like a defect in this one. I feel like this center monitor right here has a defect, or it's developing a defect, because the colors on my left screen, the way I have them set up currently, are so good, and I'm surprised they're that good. Almost more so that I would rather have the screen on my left be my center screen, and then the one on the right be my other screen. But we'll see. We'll certainly see. But overall, it's fine. The game looks okay. I would want a little bit more colors out of it. I don't know how I didn't notice that until today. I wonder if it's just something with OBS Studio. I think maybe the OBS Studio's color reproduction is a bit off. Let me see. Is there PQ color space? sRGB. I think that's what it was. sRGB. Yeah, now it's... Oh, that's what it was. The game capture was using the wrong color space. That's why it was looking weird. Because I'm looking at it right now, and the colors are more in line. So I was using the wrong color space on the game capture. So you may have seen the colors dip down in quality, but that's what it was. Holy shit. I saw that setting and I was like, maybe the color space is incorrect. You know, that has me thinking now. Is in Windows, is the color space... Hold on, now I gotta check something. Hold on. Now I want to check something. Is the color space... Hold on. Okay, so now what I can do... I can go to my picture adjust. My game adjust. And I'm going to turn the black stabilizer off on my left screen. So now that I know... So now that I know it's that's weird. And then let me make sure my brightness is the same now. There we go. So now I want to see if I go into my sound contrast themes, here we go. Theme preview. Uses more distinct colors. Contrast themes. Night sky. Apply. Ooh. That looks different. I'm going to go none real quick. I prefer none because that's what I'm used to. But I wonder if system and display and then color. Yeah, here we go. Color profile. Hold on. Display color calibration. Let me mess with this real quick. So move this window and then click next. Okay. I'm not going to worry about that, actually. I'll have to mess with that a little bit later. But I thought there was an option for me to adjust the colors as well. But yeah, I wonder if there's like Windows color settings that I can apply to help games look a lot better. But I'm fine with this, honestly. Now that I'm glad I figured this out. Because now the colors on the game capture look a lot better and they're in line with what I'm seeing on my main screen. So I don't know why I didn't notice that until just now. I'm glad I looked that up. I'm glad I figured that out. Because I was going a little bit crazy trying to figure out why the colors look different on OBS than on my monitor. But yeah, that was weird. I'll have to run through the color management stuff to see if I could get the colors calibrated, because that might actually also be what's going on with I know my right hand monitor's colors are a little bit out of line as well, so I feel like maybe I should look into calibrating that monitor as well. Alright, we gotta slow down a ton. But good thing we got good brakes on this train. A good thing we got very good brakes on this train, actually. I'll put the service brakes at 18%, and that should be enough to hold us. Oh, corrupted files are slowing down your PC. Do I really care, Norton? No. Don't show again. Oh, actually, it's probably a good thing we're starting to slow down. Yeah, it's probably a good thing we're starting to slow down here, because we gotta be at 39 miles an hour here pretty quick. But yeah, I'm glad I figured it out. I was low-key about to go crazy as to why the colors looked so good on my monitor, on the OBS preview, but I wasn't getting that same color reproduction. I didn't want to do that color calibration on stream, but I probably should run through those a little bit later on, just to be safe. Alright, but how are we looking here? Yeah, the tracks are going to be a little bit interesting here. But yeah, I'm glad I figured that out, because man, I was going nuts trying to figure out why the colors were right. So my apologies here, but now that I figured it out, we are good to go for the streams here later on this week that I also do. I'm gonna have to go check OBS Studio as well, because let me show you the difference between what I was looking at compared to. So this is what the game is supposed to look like. This is what I'm used to on my monitors. But if I go into it would have fixed. How are you doing? But if I go into OBS and go into the game capture and then go to the rec color space, you see how all the colors look so much better? Like, if I move my camera, and you see just how good, like, the reds and stuff look on there. You see that? And then if I put it back to here, that looks more in line with what my monitor is like. And what my monitor is currently showing. So I need to look into that a little further after today's stream to see if I can get that other color space. Because that other color space looked a lot better than that. That one looked more flushed of color. Yeah, this one does. Yeah, that's the thing. Because That's what you're seeing on the game capture right here is what I'm seeing on my main screen. Everything just doesn't look that colorful. And I don't know why. Because here's the thing. In the game capture settings, there are two different color spaces that I can use. I can use sRGB, which is what I'm currently using for my main screen and all that. Or I can use the Rec 2100 PQ color space, which looks a lot better. But in Windows 11, there's no way to just change what color space it uses. And my monitor doesn't have a setting to specify what color space to use either. So I'm thinking my monitors just don't support that new color space, because this is a relatively low end monitor here. It's just it's something to get me by. So I don't know what it was, but I was going crazy for this entire stream trying to figure out what was going on, because I didn't realize that the game capture was using the 2100 color space and not the sRGB color space. In fact, I'm curious now. Let me look this up. Let me look this up real quick. Windows 11. Is it SR 2100? Go to color management window in Windows 11 and click advanced. Okay, let's see. Yeah, color management. Here, let me bring up my display capture real quick. Yeah, here we go, right here. Click the device profile and look for the one you need. Because I am right here. I'm at color profiles, and I don't have any profiles on here. I don't have SDR profiles, so I need to run through this when I'm not streaming. Yeah, I'm not running that as well, because I'm under system, display, and then color management. I don't have profiles set up because I want that better color space. It looks so good, and it might help me get that better stuff out, because if I use that color space, it's gonna make all my games look so much better. Oh, and I gotta slow down a lot anyways. But yeah, see if you can find that color space, and I might be able to... And then I might be able to install it and switch to that color profile on all my monitors, actually. Because I like the way it looks. I was going crazy for the whole stream so far, up until a few minutes ago, trying to figure out why the hell this color space just wasn't working. Like what was going on with the colors? Because the colors looked terrible. And why is my game lagging like all hell all of a sudden? Hello? Game? I fixed one issue and then another issue pops up. Nice. Advanced settings. It might be this, because it's by default that's 87%. Yep, that was the issue. If you go above 87%, you get lag. The game just doesn't work too well. Oh, here we go. Perfect. We can go up to 40 miles an hour. I need to get a new GPU before I can probably go up to 100% scaling. That's just the way this game is. But yeah, I don't have any color profile presets. I would have to run... If I wanted to try and get those color presets, I would need to go through each of my monitors individually and try and figure that out. I have a ping on Discord to look at here. Who is pinging me? Go to control panel and then click at the top right where it says view by and change to small icons, then look for color management. Okay, I should have control panel. Yep, I got control panel. So let's have a look at this. So control panel, then click at the top right where it says view by small icons. And then look for color management. All right, let's see. Color management, there it is. Oh, here we go, right here. And then click advanced and then device profile. Right, advanced and then device profile. Okay, so this is all. Okay, so it looks like this monitor doesn't support the 2100 color space because I'm only getting sRGB. Yeah. I think that's what it is. I think this monitor just doesn't support the 2100 color space because like I said, if I go to my game capture and I go here, you guys can see the game capture right there. And then I have options for the Rec 2100 PQ color space. And you can see if I change that, it doesn't change much in the menus. But you can tell it makes things brighter. It makes things brighter and it gives the game more color. Maybe you don't have the correct drivers, check your graphics drivers. Probably. I don't want to update my graphics drivers while I'm streaming, though. That's the thing. But that, no. GeForce Experience. Because I know my graphics driver is way out of date. And I really should update that at some point. Yep, and it's upgrade to the NVIDIA app. Not now. Because I just want to check to see what the latest driver I can get from GeForce Experience is. To do it after or something. Also get on DOT Lounge. I'm going to talk to you there. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up the streaming. You can try helping me figure out what's going on with this. Because I'm not too certain as well. But I will be in the chat here momentarily. But yeah. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll redo this whole line again. And I want to see what's going on because I want to see what's going on with this. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll redo this line tomorrow. I promise you guys. I just want to get everything sorted out just fine. But yeah, stick around, everybody. I'll let you guys know how things go.